All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. We have a wild week ahead of us. We thought we were going to be getting trade deals over the weekend, but instead, we got rumors of Jerome Powell maybe stepping down. Rumors of Jerome Powell events. Global events around the world and some pretty big calls by Wall Street on what they expect. So we're going to go over all that. We do have two main events. Jerome Powell is literally going to be speaking tomorrow. That's when they said he was going to resign. And then you have the non-farm payrolls this week. So I was going to record this video. I'm kind of in a rush here today. So I was like, you know what? I don't know who's going to even join on here. I don't know. I hope you're having a good Sunday. So I was like, let's just go get a speed run. We'll knock it out there. And if there is some time and there's some people with questions afterwards, we will get into all of that. So Chattadonia, I hope you're locked and loaded and ready to go. I hope you're ready for a wild week and we see you on stream. And instead of telling you youtube.com/stock market, all that, thumbs up on, I can say what's up, baby. What's going on? How are you? How's your weekend? I know I'm not used to going live on a Sunday, bro. What up, GG? What up, Mr. Brady? Brendan, Rody, Kurt, Malcolm. Oh my gosh, Zach! Doppler, D'Andrea, Lost One. What up, NA? What up, Azul? Enrico, Mike 09, Mike 09. Mike. Dang! Y'all really pulling up. Johnny B. Good, most dope. Whoa, I saw the command. I saw you say command. Ion, Intel, what up, baby? Well, good, man. Honestly, it is God's day, baby. Amen. Amen. So I did not expect to see that many of y'all. So hopefully we get through this quick and then we'll chat, my friends. But I hope you had a good weekend, baby. And get ready. I hope a little Men in Black. I hope you refreshed, shake it out. Fake jump rope if you're not loosen. All right, man. Don't let me go too crazy, baby. But right off the bat, let's talk about all of it. There's a lot, and let's start with Wall Street's call. Our favorite guy, Michael Wilson, Bank of America, he pretty much said either break out or break down. Take a look at the market. You can kind of see where we're at, and this is going to come into the last key and something we talked about. You're pretty much right where you started the beginning of the year, and there's a couple of things people are looking at, and the way he's saying is either you have a big breakout from here on out or all of this fails and then we end the end of this year going to the bottom. Again, think about it. It is 6 months in. Today is the first day of June. So that's the first big thing. We'll see how it plays, but I will tell you right now, some people are calling for big move up, big move down. I think it is going to be Chop City mixed with summer. I explained this on stream last week. I try to explain it on the watch list a little bit, but imagine your boring Biden market. Now mix that in with Donald Trump's chop. That's what I think. And I think a lot of people on Wall Street, they really want a breakout or breakdown, and people want this to end for obvious reasons, but I think we might just, I would rather err to the side of Chop City and things going slow. So get ready for that. But even after last week, if you guys don't remember, volatility is definitely heightened. It is lower than the volatility you saw in May or April. And did you guys know May was one of the best months it was the best May in the 20th century? So since like 2000, so it was a really good May there. So I don't know if you'll see that level of volatility, but you definitely got a lot of back and forth. So if you don't remember what happened last week, we started from the Friday to Monday. It was all about the EU trade deal and getting that negotiated. And then before you knew it, we were talking about judges. They opened up Pandora's box and judges stopping Trump's trade policy. And then we've wrapped that up. And then you ended the week with a couple of negative China comments and people even talking about a plan for China sanctions. So that's all that we had. And that picked up the volatility. And the volatility floor is most likely going to rise. So I don't know if you guys remember. I guess I might have to pull out like a longer chart. After the pandemic, the volatility floor, you stayed pretty high. It wasn't until like 23, 24 where the VIX started dropping. That, after all of that drama, and then we had all of this. So get ready, because I think the floor volatility, you're going to go back to that elevated level. But like we said, it's not what you dealt with. So all of those events, it kind of put us into this position. But I would just be worried about, breakout, breakdown. We'll see where the data takes us, but I'd be on the lookout for a wall of slowdown mixed in with a lot more chop and a lot higher volatility. Start getting used to it. But that is key number one. Key number two now, Jerome Powell. This is going to be your event. He is speaking tomorrow, and I'm not expecting anything, but you never know. And even in that same breath, there is people, a lot of you guys tagged me on this over the weekend. There's people saying that Jerome Powell is going to resign on Monday. So ironically enough, the rumor coincides with the event. He's supposed to speak. I don't think he's going to get up, do this planned event, and then end it with a resignation. But you know what? After last week, all of the random events we got, I'm not buying this one, but I'm open to it. If anything, I'm open to unexpected, and that's something maybe I don't think Jerome Powell's going to resign this week, but just be on the lookout for another random-ass event that we didn't see coming, and then ta-da. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be that, but this was some of the talk, and when it's all said and done, I think it tracks well with the idea of there will be a lot of people expecting and waiting for Powell tomorrow, but it'll be an event. I just don't think he's going to do much. Other than that, you are going to get the non-farm payrolls on Friday. That will be the hard data. Remember, last 2 weeks, even hard data, soft data, except for real estate, even new home builds did good. Pending homes and existing did not. But the soft data and hard data has got really good. So we'll see what non-farms does in that same breath. And then on Monday, tomorrow, you get the ISM manufacturing. That will be a signal for a lot of other sets of data. And we'll see how people take that. And then now, here were those other events over the weekend. There was a couple of different things. I think there was like a terrorist attack that just happened, I think like 30 minutes ago or like an hour ago. And that was related to, it was like a pro-Israel protest, and then it was an anti-Israel person who attacked. So that happened. I think there was something in the Middle East that we got bothered over, but the real one that takes the cake, Ukraine. They did a huge attack on Russia, and now some people are like, okay, hold on, maybe Russia backs out of any deals because it was pretty big. So we'll see if we hear anything on that front. Other than that, it's either going to be this domestic situation and random uncertainty, or we respond to events or data, or Jerome Powell. But other than that, the final key, my friends, dude, it is a great time to plan for the long term. Oh, I don't know if you saw that coming. I know, I'm Josh Answers. Nice to meet you. Hello. Hi, I like the long term. Saving 10%. Yeah, get a long term. But this is going to be a great time, you guys. So if the markets do what they did in April and volatility really goes crazy, yeah, get ready to take advantage of opportunities, both short and long term. But I've been telling you this since last week. Banks and analysts are bringing this up. It's been 6 months of no gains for most people or the indexes. So just get ready for it, because once there is an answer on whether or not we're breaking down or breaking out, you really want to make sure your long-term plan is ready to go. Get your cash building ready. If you have names that you're targeting and liking, this would be a good time to start thinking about them. Again, I've been shopping, and I'm glad, because there's a lot of things pulling apart right now, but there's only a few names that are at like amazing prices, and you want them to move just a little bit. But then we've built up another 3-4 months of cash. We just got a deposit. Again, it's the beginning of the month here. So if we play back and forth, everybody wants a breakout, breakdown. But like I've been telling you guys, will you be prepared to make money, and will your strategy do good if we do nothing, or if it takes, a couple years of going nowhere and then breaks out? But even here for the summer, things move slow. While a lot of people might bang on the table for a breakout or breakdown, this is going to be your time to start picking and choosing. And if there is names, this might be the summer where maybe there's a long-term name that we want and it's not there, but by the end of this quarter or the next few months, end of this month maybe that starts to develop. So I think this is going to be a great time, and once we do get a real decisive move, you're going to be able to act on that, and I hope you will be prepared. But other than that, watch out for the events this week. We'll see what other surprises. I'm sure, too, by the time we wake up tomorrow, we're going to wake up to a random headline, too. You did hear Besson, too. He had a speech. But other than that, we were left hanging on some of the China stuff, and now we'll take it in and see what the market gives, and can you advance for the second half or not. But now, let us get into the plays. So, right off the bat, there's going to be a lot of things to focus on, but, oh man, this was something we talked about. Before I tell you the play, follow through. I need to do that. I need to type that out here. Follow through. This is Chop City. So, welcome to Trump trading. And it was bad the last 2 weeks. A lot of names would move. They were ready to go, and there was some industries that did break out, but when it's all said and done, there was no follow through with a lot of moves. That's what we're going to look for. Breakout, breakdown. Do we get information? Do things actually develop? You want a move to happen and then carry out and break out. If we get that, that'll be awesome. If not, just be cautious. But there is a couple of industries and themes that I do want you to have an eye on. And the first one is going to be materials. There's a bunch of conferences coming up, and they have been doing good. You've seen the uranium and all the AI stuff. It's still been driving this industry. Even utilities, they've kind of held up. So watch out for it. But these conferences now, I might be a week early, but just keep your eyes out. There's like a Berenstein conference, I think a Goldman conference, and one more, anything from like June 3rd all the way to like June 13th. You're going to have these conferences, and they're going to make announcements, or maybe some of them got government contracts. This could be a good time. And like I said, if they are leading and in their own little world, this could be a good industry to focus on. So watch out for that. That is play number one. Then play number two, I have an accompanying chart for you, but staples, man. And this is why I'm telling you, get ready for your long term. Maybe there is names that are already attractive. Watch them. Or if you have a lot of cash, start acting on that. But other than that, you may start to see some good names start to fade. And right now with staples, oh yeah, there's a lot of weird moves. And I'll show you the chart. But long story short, staples are either going to bottom out here in the short term, or they're going to sell off further. It might be very picky and choosy in the sense that some staples may be very big winners, some may be very big losers, but watch out for this next quarter, because it's either they bottom out or they're going to move against or with Mag 7. And a lot of people have been talking about Mag 7. Remember that leadership and how we talked about that being a pain trade. You've heard people talk about bubbles, and they are comparing other bubbles to say that Mag 7 can run. So that leads me to your pretty pictures. The first one, this is related to staples, and this is what I want you guys to see. Look at all of these industries: defensives, healthcare, utilities, and staples as a percentage of the S&P. They are hitting one of their lowest levels in the last 20 years. So there is some good staples and good names in healthcare, like Abby is killing it. But as a whole, the index is starting to go down, and this is now some of the best value you have gotten in the last 25 years. Oh, you can't see? How come you can't see it? Wait a minute. Why not? Please hold while we connect your call. Display capture. Which display? Oh, there you go. There you go. Do you have it now? Oh, indeed. I'm naked! Yeah, you don't see the other thing, but that's okay. We'll work with it. But yeah, here's the chart. So, and this is crazy. So, healthcare, utilities, and staples as a percentage of the S&P 500, they make up less than 20% now. That means the value of other things went up and their values have gone down, but this is going to be a value that we could take advantage of. And maybe some names are there, or maybe the better quality names, like I'm saying, in the next couple of months here. If you do see people go to Mag 7 and it creates a long-term opportunity, this could be some good stuff to look at. Now, here was Michael Wilson as well. They brought this up, and they were going over, I have an old chart of this, all of the other like bubbles from like 1700s till now, even like Bitcoin and FANG. And long story short, they're saying Mag 7, the PE is at 42, and all bubbles, they usually go to 58. So they're, long story short, they're saying like Mag 7 has like 30% upside because it hasn't hit bubble level yet if you compared it to the other bubbles. And I thought that was unique, but whether I agree with it or not, that creates the situation here where either Mag 7 staples are either going to run with Mag 7 or staples get left behind, creates an amazing opportunity that we're able to buy, and then Mag 7 goes up another 30%, and then that's it. And then we go from there. But Other than that, I think it's a very awesome thing in the long term, and even in the short term, it'll be something we could watch play-wise. So watch out for that. Watch if, again, remember first quarter this year, Staples were very good as a defensive. If that doesn't happen and that fades, that's the difference where, again, take advantage, make money, protect yourself. This could be something to watch. So that is play number 2. And then finally, easy, bro. Easy. Ready? Boeing. You know the truth. And if you did know the truth, they would probably assassinate you if you worked for them. And we're going to whistle blow. But that's another topic. But what I really mean here is that Boeing is probably going to be, if there's any sort of plays related to trade deals. Even then, we heard about Qatar and competition with Airbus on Friday. That was some other news that came in, and other deals. They're at the levels, the China deliveries. I think it's going to be a good one to watch. So we got to make plays free. We're already in them in position. And again, if anything news-wise happens, this might be a good one to watch with everything going on. So this will definitely be a target this week. But other than that, my friends, I don't have anything else. I think it'll be a fun week when it's all said and done. And like I said, I'm looking for the main factors, Powell, non-farms, and maybe by tomorrow we'll get something from your boy Donald or anything else to surprise us. But other than that, that is all I have. I got, 16 minutes. I got like 4 more minutes. So yeah, like I said, speed run on the watch list. If you are watching the recap, boom, boom, bop, bing, bop, boom, bop, bow. Yeah, there you go. But that's all I have for you. So if you have any questions, you got 4 minutes. 4 minutes now, but long term, baby. Long term, are you ready? I do have a couple of pretty pictures while you guys get your questions in. Oh, I got to open up that one display capture again. Please hold. Please hold. So yeah, here's the other one. Again, value stocks relative to international stocks. This is part of it. Again, value stocks, they led in the first quarter here, but then some of them really started fading, and that's going to be a great opportunity, but you got to watch how those compare. This one, manufacturing, we are going to get ISM manufacturing, but, a lot of people have been talking AI lately, and think about it. All of this stuff, Donald Trump wants manufacturing. There's a lot of room to bring that there, and even though AI is supposed to bring productivity and all that other stuff, some people are saying it's going to, that effect on the jobs market may show sooner, but long story short, there's a lot of upside there, but I would just watch tomorrow ISM manufacturing. That will be a leading indicator there for the day. I did see Ukraine. Yeah, that's why I was saying there. That was one of the keys here to watch, because literally the war headlines over the weekend, some people think that what Ukraine did over the weekend might be enough to really derail stuff, and you might even get escalation from Putin. So yeah, watch out for oil. I don't know, are the futures open up yet? They should be. So you could see, but you've gone through this a lot. You're gonna have to wait till it gets really escalatory. It might be short-lived, but remember, this is year number 4 now of this conflict, so it has to get really, really bad. But people are on watch. If anything, first step is pretty much Putin backing out of any peace deal. We're in the middle of an AI bubble, in an internet bubble. To a degree, I think people are taking advantage of what's going on, and they're, when it's all said and done, you will see a lot of fraud and people who are just kind of riding the wave. But oh man, there is some real stuff going on though. I think in the next 12 months, you might even see productivity already arise in terms of AI. So again, it's not like everybody is winning off of that productivity or creating it, and I do think some people are taking advantage of it, but we might even see it in the landscape, the economy, the jobs market. We may start to see those changes very soon. So yeah, a lot of questions on the Ukraine stuff. A lot of trailers on Netflix. I think Netflix is, in general, they were already leading. People were liking them to begin with. Last year, I don't think they had too good of releases, and they outperformed. So I like what I see now on Netflix. So I think all in all, though, Netflix is bullish. The only thing people don't like is that it's at $1,200, and they're like, what the hell? So yeah, pizza. That's a good one too. And like I said, get ready to shop for the long term, and we'll see what this quarter provides. You don't have to shoot right away, but we might start to see some names that are really good, and use this quarter for them to hopefully either get cheaper, and if they don't, have some other names that you could pick up on, or again, be patient. Then we'll find out. We'll find out what day 365 brings. And right now, halfway through, you're right at 0. You're still at the starting line. I know, it's amazing. So, Chad, on that note, I got to get going. I know, this might have been the quickest live watch list I've ever done. Usually I stay. I know, usually I stay there, bro. So I love you, Chad. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Really relax, and I hope I could come in timely to tell you. Command it. Did you command it this weekend? Did you think about it? Who's in command? When you wake up, when you go to bed, you're still going to go to bed tonight. Oh, yeah. You're still going to wake up tomorrow. Why aren't you just wake up earlier? If you don't wake up early tomorrow wake up early. That's it, baby. Oh, yeah. I had a great weekend, man. I hope you did too. That's it. I got to go run some other errands here, go hang out with the fam, bro. So enjoy it. I love you all, and I will see you soon. And peace out. Horn. Where's my horn? There it is.